Welcome to Chef of the City. I'm your host, Kyle Brown. It's the hottest new cooking show coming to America. It's going to be a 3-round single elimination tournament with 8 different contestants locally competing to find out who will be the chef of the city in Columbia, South Carolina. Make sure y'all tune in. Rules for Chef of the City. In the quarterfinal round, each chef will have to cook 2 dishes. The first dish will be the chef's specialty dish. Then, we will have a protein challenge where the chefs will have to cook a meal against each other using the same protein. The chef with the highest score between the 2 dishes will move on to the semifinals. If both chefs finish with the same score, then our judges will determine who had the best dish of the night, and that chef will advance. All right, the most important people in this contest are our esteemed judges. We have 3 wonderful judges coming with us today. I'm going to go ahead and introduce them. We got Chef Kyle on the end,
Hello.
Chef Jody here in the middle, and then Chef Killhunger sitting over here beside me. I'm going to let Kyle tell us a little bit about himself real quick.
I'm Chef Kyle, pastry chef at Iron Hill Brewery. I'm just excited to see, what kind of dishes they gonna create today.
I am Chef Jody. I am born and raised from Columbia. I have been doing this for a while, and I am ready to see who's really the best chef of the city.
Celebrity Chef Glenn Brown of Columbia, South Carolina / Charleston. We're here to see who's the best chef of Columbia.
All right. I like the introductions. So tell us a little bit about your culinary experience, Mr. Glenn Brown.
All right, I attended culinary school in Charleston. After that, I worked at an assortment of different restaurants and resorts, and have acquired quite a few celebrity clients.
All right.
Still growing.
Do you want to tell us any of the names?
I've cooked for Chris Rock. I've cooked for Dave Chappelle, Donnell Rollins, Zion Williamson, and plenty
That's a lot
more.
of food for Zion.
So it was, yeah.
It's a big man.
Absolutely.
Who was your favorite that you cooked for?
So far, I would have to say Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. Absolutely.
They kept you laughing the whole time?
Absolutely. That's how they are in person, too, giving
Okay.
jokes the whole time, and it was an honor to be chosen for that in a city known for the food,
For sure.
Yeah.
Any celebrity out there that who would be your dream celebrity to cook for?
Well, I want to cook for everybody, but honestly, I want to serve Shaq right now.
Shaq?
Shaq Diesel.
Okay.
So, Shaq Diesel, I want to provide you the Kill Hunger dining experience. Let's get it.
All right, we're going to get that. We're going to make sure
That's
that
right.
happens. All right, Chef Jody, hard to top that, but what's your culinary background, dear?
All right, so I've been in this industry now for about 14 years. I lived in Atlanta for about 8 years. I went to Le Cordon Bleu in Atlanta, got my associate's degree. I also became a certified chef while I was there. I've done executive chef positions. Now I have my own private dining business. So now I'm just able to, help other people in the industry, learn the ropes. Since I've been doing this for a while, I guess I'll say I'm an OG to the thing now.
Sounds good. Have you cooked for any celebrities or nobody really wants to book you? I get it. All right, Chef Kyle.
Those are too much.
You have cooked for me? No, you haven't.
No.
Chef Kyle.
I'm Chef Kyle. Been cooking since about 18 years now. Couple fine dining restaurants and golf resorts, North Carolina area. I'm currently at Iron Hill Brewery, pastry chef. Haven't cooked for too many celebrities, like personal, but I mean, they've came into the restaurant before. Zach Galifianakis, that was it.
Not quite Shaq, but
Not quite, but
close enough. Here is our official bracket for Chef of the City. In quarterfinal number 1, we have Chef Nia, the New York-born queen of surprises, versus Chef Nate, the experienced cook who is always ready for a challenge. Quarterfinal number 2, we have Chef Casey, with his unique dishes and expert plating, going head-to-head against Chef Oceana, the pretty chef that brings the creativity to all of her dishes. Quarterfinal number 3, Chef Red, the underdog who has been doubted his entire life, goes one-on-one versus Chef Hector Sanchez, the military veteran who worked in Michelin star restaurants. And then wrapping it up, in quarterfinal number 4, we have Chef LaFleur, who brings all the flavor and all the flair to the kitchen, versus Chef BJ Cooks, the man who dreams about food day and night.
I'm Chef Nia, and I'm your Chef of the City.
I'm Chef Nate, and I'm here to spice up the city to be the Chef of the City.
In today's quarterfinal battle of Chef of the City, we got the New York culinary expert Chef Nia going against the vet in the game, Chef Nate, hailing from Charleston, South Carolina. Tune in to find out who is going to advance in Chef of the City. Ooh.
My specialty dish today is a pork schnitzel with German potato salad and a bacon Dijon vinaigrette.
The specialty dish I'm cooking today is my Cajun shrimp alfredo.
Okay. What all is in it?
We have fresh homemade alfredo sauce made from scratch with garlic seasoning and mozzarella, parmesan, little half and half, and we have your garlic, your marinated seasoned shrimp, and bell peppers, sweet peppers, and habanero peppers.
All right, chefs, for round 1, it's called the specialty entree portion. We're putting 45 minutes on the timer. Chefs, go ahead and start now.
Ooh, something smells real good over here, Nia. Well, I'm going to be your kitchen coordinator today. What are you going to be cooking the audience?
Today I'm gonna make a pork schnitzel with a German potato salad and a bacon Dijon vinaigrette.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. That's actually a little
you.
different from the South. Is there anything that inspired you to make this dish today?
No, it's one of my favorite pork, dishes that I've had.
Okay, sounds good. Well then, what do you think is going to be the most challenging part in making that entree?
I think staying organized and trying to, just keep up with everything that's going on within the time constraints.
Absolutely, definitely got to keep up for sure, as I got to keep up with you as well. So what makes your dish pretty special other than your competitor?
It's just something that is out the box, I think.
Out the box, it's definitely out the box. All right, it is getting hot in the kitchen. You guys, my name is Jasmine. We're here with Nate, and we're gonna see what's going on. Nate, so what are you cooking for us today?
Well, today I'm gonna cook a little shrimp Alfredo, spicy shrimp Alfredo. Is one of my signature dishes that I have when I was a vegetarian. I used to be a vegetarian for 10 years until I transitioned back to a little bit of meat. So.
Okay, no, that's good. That's good. Well, you spoke on ingredients. Do you have a specific ingredient in this dish that you want to speak on?
It's the spicy pepper. It's a habanero pepper that's very, very spicy. Even if you just touch it with your hand and put the finger in your mouth, it's gonna.
It's giving fire.
Yeah, it's giving fire.
Okay. So that's what makes your dish special.
Yes.
I love to hear that. All right. Well, then, is there anything that influenced this dish that you wanted to make today?
Not really per se, but I just basically want someone to, everybody to taste, what I got going on.
Okay. So. I love that. Classical dish with your spin on it.
Yes.
All right, you guys. Well, there you have it.
What inspired you to get into the culinary industry?
Oh, just the love of food. Food bring everybody together. So really what brought me into it all is my mom was a cake decorator.
Okay.
So at a young age, I was helping her bake cakes when she would ice them. So that got me into cooking, and then learning like real techniques and real fine, like different things besides chicken nuggets. Oh yeah, that's what got me into it.
Okay. What about you, Miss Jody? What inspired you?
I'll say it started when I was a kid. When my parents separated, both of them worked a lot, especially my mom. She always had to work, extra jobs and stuff. So I was always left in charge of dinner. So with having an older brother, of course, he liked to eat a lot. So it was just my friends always lived with us and stuff like that. I always just was in charge of the cooking, so it just grew to be something I was good at. So I made it something that I fell in love with. When I was young and dumb and wanted to go off to school to better myself, that was something that I knew could be good at, and that's what I did. I went to school and got me a degree and just took off from there.
Sounds good. What about you there, Chef Kill?
Well, I always had a passion for cooking because I always had a passion for eating. But outside of that, it became more of a duty. In high school, my mother was sick. She couldn't provide food for us like she normally would. So, I took that role, and that's what started it. So,
okay.
But as my fellow judge said, food definitely brings people together. So it's a pleasure to, add my piece of love to people's celebrations and things of that nature,
Definitely. Why are you so excited to be on Chef of the City?
Well, I love to cook and I love competition, so it was a no-brainer.
Okay. What makes you think you're going to win Chef of the City?
I think I am full of surprises. Well, I know I'm full of surprises. Sorry. Ignore that.
Why are you excited to be on Chef of the City?
I love to cook, I'm home based, and I love for people to taste my talents of my cooking, my home based cooking.
All right. Why do you think you're going to win a prize in Chef of the City?
Because it's all solid, straight from home cooked meal.
Fans and family, we're about halfway through. Let's go ahead and check on our competitors. Chef Nate, it looks like you're spicing it up in the kitchen. Can you tell me how's your dish going?
Oh, my dish is going great right now. I'm just whipping up my homemade Alfredo sauce.
Okay.
To go with my Cajun shrimp Alfredo. I'm finna put it on the fire right now, melt it down, and get it saucy.
All right, well, let this kitchen get hot. Well, you guys, the tension and the temperature is rising in this kitchen. And you know what they say, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. Let's check on Nia and see how she's doing. Chef Nia, how's your dish coming?
It is going all right. I'm just going to say all right.
All right, we can take that. All right, and then how do you feel about your competitor's dish?
I think it's traditional.
Okay. And you're here to give creativity?
Yeah, something out of the box.
All right, like
I want to be like, huh? What's that?
And that's what I said when I heard it. Huh? What's that? Well, guys, I guess we're just going to wait for that dish to be ready. See you soon.
Coming up, we're about to have our specialty entree round of this competition. Say you're in the show. All right, Glenn, you're in the show. What would you make for your specialty entree on this show?
Shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and
I
grits?
make the best shrimp and grits in South Carolina.
Oh, he trying to win.
Yeah,
He's trying to get my vote.
The shrimp and grits is the best shrimp and grits in South Carolina. Not being boastful, that's just what it is.
Like the cumin. Cumin. No, not cumin. Spices, please be enough. Salt and pepper.
All right, chefs, we're down to our final 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and start plating your dishes. All right, chefs, we're seconds away from finishing on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
So how did the actual cook go? You just finished, you just wrapped up cooking
Yeah.
your dish. How did everything go?
It was rough. I burnt my sauce and I had to start over, but I think I pulled it back together. Damn, tomato paste. The tomato paste, picked up. I'm gonna start this over. No worries, no worries.
Okay. The 45 minutes, were you feeling rushed or did it fly by?
It was like, you look back at the time and you're like, what, 13 minutes left? But, you know, we made it work.
All right, so you said you burned your sauce. That was the biggest challenge?
I did. I burnt the shit out of that and then, and then I fixed it, so it's okay.
All right, for round 1 of our quarterfinal, it is a specialty entree portion of our show. Our beautiful waitress, Christina, has brought us out dish A. For dish A, we have it's a German specialty dish. It's a pork schnitzel with German potato salad and bacon Dijon vinaigrette sauce as well. So I'm gonna let judges, y'all are invited to go ahead and dip in and see how y'all like dish A. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think the judges are going to say about your dish?
It was different. Very different.
You don't care what they say about the taste?
I know it tasted great, but, you know, it was different.
All right. What could you have done better on this dish?
I wish that I could have made it look a little prettier. More color. It looked a little one note.
Presentation-wise, Jody, how are you feeling?
I think presentation-wise, it looked really nice. From the garnish to the plate, from the sauce being around the plate. Like I said, I think that presentation-wise, I think it was good.
All right, flavor-wise, what do you feel there?
Flavor-wise, it was good. I like that this was a German dish. I know I was saying earlier that I wanted to see a lot of, real chef qualities.
Yeah.
So this reminds me of a cross-culture cuisine, what I would say. So, like I said, this chef, to me, is showing that, the different styles of cooking that they know how to do.
All right, kill hunger, creativity. How do you feel about that on this dish?
I like the creativity of the dish. It looked well presented, a lot of nice colors on it. Potatoes were hair overcooked, but I do like the flavors. And the sauce had a nice citrusy or acidy effect to the dish. So overall, I think it was a well put together dish.
All right. With that said, I'm going to give our judges here about 2-3 minutes to come up with your scores on the dish. How we're grading these dishes, taste counts 1 through 20 each round, each judge. Presentation counts 1 through 10, and creativity counts 1 through 10. So each judge can give you a score anywhere between 3 and 40 per round. So I'm going to let the judges go ahead and write down their scores on this dish. What do you want the judges to know about your dish?
I want them to know that, it's all kind of ways of making Alfredo, especially homemade Alfredo sauce that you could buy at the store and just put inside there.
Okay. Biggest concern for your dish?
Big concern, I didn't season it right.
Thank you to our other beautiful server, Miss Moon, for bringing out a specialty entree for Chef B. What we have here today, judges, is a Cajun-style red pepper shrimp Alfredo. So with parsley flakes on the side for presentation purposes. Also some sweet peppers mixed in, little cheese along the top as well. So y'all feel free to go ahead and dig in and let us know how it tastes.
All right.
So you just finished up your round 1, your specialty entree. How did that cook go?
It went great.
It went great.
Yes.
What was the biggest challenge? Did the time give you any concern?
No, the time didn't give me concern. It's just when you're mixing the Alfredo, you're using straight Parmesan cheese, so you have to keep stirring it. Make sure it don't stick to the pan.
You saw your chef competitor was cooking the shrimp Alfredo dish. How do you feel like your dish compared?
I just felt like his was pretty common, and mine was definitely something like fresh and new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you could have cooked what he cooked better than what he did?
Of course.
Okay.
No shade, but
What would you have done differently?
I don't know. I just would have just seasoned it. Those peppers, I almost cursed again. I'm sorry. I would have. Well, I can't say.
Okay.
Maybe I might bring it back. You never know.
Chef Kill Hunger, how you feel about the taste on this this dish here?
I like the flavors. Just the right amount of salt.
Just
That's
right.
very important. Very flavorful. I like the colors. I don't see much red peppers, but I do see peppers. And the presentation is nice. I wish it was a little more sauce in there, but temperature's good. The pasta is cooked well. Shrimp is not overcooked. And the flavor's there.
Okay. Creativity-wise on this dish, Kyle.
I feel like it was very creative. Just nice, the sweetness of the peppers and the shrimp. Like you said, I do wish there was a little more sauce, so I had like a little more flavor to go with the peppers. I really did enjoy it.
All right. Presentation-wise, Jody, how you feeling?
I think it was plated really nicely. If it was me, I think I wouldn't have put in
That much.
the parsley all around the plate. I just think that kind of sometimes can look a little somewhat messy.
Took a little
or
off.
just look like it's just a little bit of too much going on. I would have put maybe something directly in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like I said, that just was a little messy as far as creativity wise, but presentation wise. But I do think that other than that, it was plated nice. Pasta is kind of limited. The plating is really based on the dish that you're putting it on.
Right.
So
A lot of pasta on this one too.
Yeah.
Anything y'all would change with this dish?
I would add.
I would just say I'd add just a little bit more sauce. Me, I'm just an extra saucy person,
Okay.
so I like
So,
heavy
yeah.
sauce on everything.
All right.
I'm same with that. Pasta soaks up a lot of sauce, so they probably did put a good bit of sauce on there prior, but
Yeah.
through the time of us waiting and it being served, but just a little more sauce. But aside from that,
All right.
A little less on the parsley. I kind of do have like a little pile over here. But the sauce, a little more sauce would have really nailed it for me.
All right. Well, judges, I'm gonna let you go ahead and write down your scores, and then we'll tally up and see who won the specialty entree portion of our contest. What do you think the judges are about to say about your dish?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yes.
What do you think you could have done better?
I could have put a little more, not flavor, but presentation to it.
What was the best part of your dish?
The taste.
The taste. All right. All right. So our judges have tasted both dishes, dish A and dish B. Did both chefs do a good job today on their specialty entrees?
They did. They
They
did
did
great.
impress. All right. So I'm gonna let you read your scores. Anything you want to say while you read the scores, I'm gonna let you say that as well. But I'll start off with Kyle there on the end. As far as dish A versus dish B, creativity wise, what did you go with?
Creativity wise, I gave they got an 8 out of 10 from me for creativity. It was a nice, it was nice. She mentioned earlier, a nice cultural dish, and it stuck out.
All right. And creativity on dish B?
They actually both got 8 out of 10 on creativity.
Okay.
From me, I liked how they chose with the different the sweetness and the Cajun.
All right.
I wish it was a little more Cajun, but
All right. So, Kill Hunger, how do you feel about the presentation of dish A versus dish B? I'm gonna let you talk about both of them.
Okay, well, for the Jaeger Schnitzel, for presentation purposes, I give it a 7 out of 10. As I said earlier, the potatoes were a little overcooked, and with the presentation, you could see that. And along with that, I also felt like more sauce should have been on the plate.
All right.
In comparison to that, the pasta dish, or dish B, I gave that a 9. The only thing I didn't like about it was the lack of sauce. The parsley is hit or miss. I mean, I understand what they were trying to do. I don't feel like it took away that much from the dish. I mean, it's something it could do with or without. But more so, it was only a sauce, and that's why I graded it the way I did.
All right. All right. Jody, taste-wise, dish A versus dish B.
All right, so taste-wise, I'll say I really gave both of them a 16.
16.
I'll say for dish A, I thought it was good. The Dijon mustard had a little different kick to it. To be eaten with pork and potatoes and stuff like that. And then once I turned the plate around, and I think I ate more so at the middle of it, it was something real herby. I couldn't put my hands on it, what exactly that it was. Like, it may just be different flavors that I'm not used to, but again, this is just my perspective, so I gave it a 16. As far as B, the pasta dish, I gave it a 16 because me personally, I feel like it could have had a little bit more flavor. I'm not saying that it was too bland or something, but to me, it didn't have that. Dang, every time I come around, I need that pasta. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like for it to have been a Cajun pasta, Cajun has a specific kick to it. So I feel like the pasta didn't have a specific kick to it. That'd be it.
All right. So let's start out. I'm gonna let y'all read your score. So, Kill Hunger, dish A score and dish B score. Total score. What do you have?
Dish A is 33.
All
Dish B is 36.
Okay. All right. What about you there, Jordan?
All right, so dish A, I gave them a 37, and then for dish B, I gave them a 31.
Okay. And there we go. Kyle on the end.
Chef A, I gave a 33, and I gave Chef B a 31.
All right. So Chef A slightly in the lead after round one. So we'll see. We'll add those totals up, but 2 judges to 1 on Chef A and a few points ahead. But we'll get those totals together, and we'll see how they do in the specialty. In the protein challenge. See if Chef B can catch up with Chef A. All right. And now we'll go back to the kitchen and see how things are started with the protein challenge. We'll go back to Jasmine.
All right, Chef Nate, we're now into our second round of this challenge where we're having our protein challenge. The protein for today is chicken. What are you gonna be cooking for us today?
Well, I'm gonna take it on back to the home roots of Jamaica and have some curry chicken going on with some curry, cabbage and rice.
Okay.
So
Love to hear that. All right, well, stay tuned for our curry chicken.
Judges came back. You're slightly behind going into round 2. How do you feel? You think you got enough of what it takes to catch back up?
Yes, I feel I have enough to catch back up with this dish that I'm about to prepare.
All right, Chef Nia, we are now on to the second round of the competition. How are you feeling?
I feel good.
That's good. Well, we're having our protein challenge, and the protein for today is going to be chicken. What will you be making us today?
So today I'm gonna make a brick chicken. It's gonna be chicken thigh, and then it's gonna be served with couscous and coconut curry.
One thing about Chef Nia is she's going to surprise us with her creativity every time. Y'all stay tuned.
Judges have wrapped up scoring the first round of your dish. You are up a couple of points headed into the protein challenge. How do you feel going into the protein challenge?
I feel great. I'm ready.
You're ready?
I'm ready.
So you feel
That was a warm up.
You feel like you're going to maintain your lead?
Of course. I gotta, it's me.
All right, chef. So now we are on to the protein challenge portion. part 2 of our quarterfinal. For this week's protein challenge, both contestants were given chicken. So if you had to make one chicken dish to present to the judges today, what would you go with, Chef Killhunger?
So many different ways to go about chicken. I think I would probably go with a nice jerk chicken.
Jerk chicken? Okay. I saw your face lit up when I said chicken. You just look happy. So jerk chicken. Jerk chicken is what you're going with.
I'll go with jerk.
Jody, what type of chicken would you go with?
I'm gonna stay away from fried foods this time. Something that I make really good, I'd say stuffed chicken
Oh, stuffed chicken.
would be something that I would make.
My protein dish is a brick chicken with herbed couscous and a coconut curry.
All right. Why do you feel so confident in this dish?
I just think that the sauce just has a lot of flavor, and I love Indian food, so I hope I did right by them.
What concerns you the most about this dish?
The sauce as well.
So it's the star and the big.
It's a star, but I'm like when it's right, it's right. But there's always that concern. That concern, you know. I just did it.
So what type of chicken dish are you preparing for us today?
I am making a Jamaican style curry chicken.
Jamaican style. What are all the ingredients?
The ingredients are a whole lot. I know chicken, curry, you have your peppers, you have your onions, and you have chili peppers, your thyme, and carrots. Pretty much, it's a long list.
All right, what do you expect to be a star of your dish today?
Again, the taste.
So what are you expecting from the chefs in this contest? What are you expecting to see from them? Start out, Jody. You look ready to answer.
I want to see the culinary side more than just knowing how to cook. Because to me, I feel like a chef is a culinary artist. So when I say that, that's plating, that's presentation, that's different knife cutting skills. Like I said, I want to be able to see that, you know, you're not just a home cook, you really are a chef.
That was going to be my follow-up question. What is the real definition between a chef and a cook in your eyes? But you kind of answered it there, so.
I say a chef is someone that can make everything from scratch. When I say everything from scratch, you can make your seasoning from scratch. You can make every sauce you're going to make from scratch, every piece of bread. Everything can be from scratch. I can give you a basket with coconut milk, zucchini, some type of protein in it, and you can make me a 3-course meal and I don't have to help you at all. A cook is someone that knows how to season well, someone that knows how to take store-bought sauce and toss it onto their, plate it to make it look beautiful. That's a cook to me, and it's in
Know how to follow directions.
not trying to take credit from anyone, but to me that's just the difference in a chef and a cook, and a lot of people don't know the difference in what it is.
All right, so we'll see if I should keep it a chef of the city or go to cook of the city if they messing up.
I don't know, only they can tell us.
All right. We're going to head back to the kitchen. We're going to check in with Jasmine and see what the chefs are cooking up back there, see what they're doing for their protein challenge.
All right, Chef Mia, we are halfway there. How are you feeling?
I feel really good.
You feel really good?
Yeah.
I love that. Well, I have to tell you, your competitor, his main ingredient is the same as yours, curry. How are you feeling about that?
Well, he copied me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love curry, so I'm just hoping, mine is the better curry.
I know that's right.
I'm doing Indian curry.
Indian curry?
Yeah.
Wow, I love to hear that. Girl, get to it.
Thank you.
All right, Chef Nate, I'm not gonna lie, that smells delicious. We're halfway through the competition. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling a little nervous right now because I'm doing curry chicken, and my curry chicken ain't to that tenderness yet, and it's halfway mark.
Well, I hate to make you more nervous, but your competitor, their main ingredient is the exact same as yours. Theirs is gonna be curry. How do you feel about that?
It's the taste and the seasoning and the preparation of it, She might be doing a different style of curry. I'm doing a style of curry from Jamaica, so, it's all different types of curry. So I'm not pressured or anything like that.
Okay. Well, I love that attitude, and I can't wait to try, and I'm pretty sure the judges can't wait to taste it. So I will say, let's get to it.
All right.
me get on it low.
Jody, where are some of your favorite places to eat in the city?
Well, I have a few. If you saw the list on my phone, you'd be like, Jody, this is ridiculous.
Okay.
So every time I see restaurants I've never heard of get posted on Facebook in the group Columbia Eats,
You go.
I write them down on my phone. I go try them. So some of my top favorite restaurants are Saluda's, of course. You already know that they have the best pork chop I've ever had in my life. I love Bon Appetit out in Lexington. They're really good. I love Pasta Fresca on Forest Drive. They're really good. I love them because everything is made from scratch. When I say all the way down to their noodles are made from scratch, so it's good. I'd say too, I love the food at Sky. The chef there is amazing.
All right, what about you? Where's some favorite spots to eat at in the city?
It's a good question. If I wanted to do something quick, I would probably lean towards Mr. Seafood.
Okay.
I like their seafood and their sauce. Their sauce is really good. If I was doing pasta, as she said, I would definitely go with Pasta Fresca. There's nothing like homemade pasta. If I wanted to go a little fine dining, I would go to this restaurant called Terra. And they're also an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
And I had a piece of everything off their menu, and it's really good. So good for date nights and etc.
All right, chefs, we're now in our final 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands up.
Just wrapped up cooking your second dish, your protein challenge. How did that cook go?
I think it went really well. I'm
Smoother
happy
than
with the chicken, the color, crispy, the sauce. I liked how it came out. I ran out of some seasonings because I burnt the first one, but it's okay. Pulled it back together, and I hope it was, good enough to win.
All right. Was this a smoother cook than the first one?
No.
No.
I think the first one was a little easier.
Okay.
Yeah, a
What was
little
the
more
biggest
simple.
challenge in this one?
The sauce, back to the sauce. Always gonna be back to the sauce. The couscous was the easiest part.
Beautiful Moon has brought out Chef A's protein challenge dish. Today, as you know, the protein was chicken, so both chefs had to prepare us a chicken dish. Chef A has prepared us a brick chicken with a couscous and a coconut curry. This is an Indian-inspired dish. So my judges, go ahead and dig in. How do you feel going into the judges' scoring? Do you feel like you've won?
I'm nervous, but I gotta, there's always that hope. I guess I gotta hope.
You gotta hope. You saw his dish. Do you think yours was a better dish?
I do.
Okay.
I'm very confident in what I did.
And what do you want the judges to notice most about your dish?
I think the creativity.
All right, Jody. How did you feel about? Well, let's start out with taste. How did you feel about the taste of this dish, Jody?
I feel it was a tad bit bland. I
Tad
could have
bit
just had
bland?
a little bit more of a kick to it.
And the chicken, right?
The chicken, what type of sauce did you say this was again?
It's a couscous with a coconut curry.
Yeah, I expected it to taste more coconut. I didn't really taste too much coconut in there. Yeah, so just I'd say need a little kick to it.
Okay. Presentation-wise, Kyle, what did you think on this dish?
Presentation-wise, it was painted pretty beautifully. I would have went a little less on the curry.
Okay.
Like, not as much, because it seemed pretty thick. I know you want to fill out the whole plate. But it's like a little curry ocean with a little couscous island,
Okay. All right. Taste-wise, how are you feeling?
Taste-wise, I think it was flavorful. The chicken could have used a little more seasoning. I'm not sure if he pan-seared the side or flash fried it. but it might have been fried a hair too long. It was a nice crisp, but the chicken wasn't as juicy as it could have been. However, I think the couscous by itself didn't have much flavor, but mixed with the coconut curry, I think it brings it together. A nice kick at the end. Overall, pretty good dish.
All right. Kyle, what on this dish would you have changed?
Maybe a little more seasoning on the chicken.
Okay.
Now, like he was saying, like the couscous was by itself, it was bland.
Okay.
But mix like when you incorporate the curry, they counter each other.
All right.
So I wouldn't really maybe change the couscous because you're not going for a powerful flavor of couscous that's going to be then overpowered by the curry.
Can I add something?
Of course, please feel free.
Also, with Indian cuisine, most of the time the proteins are submerged inside of the sauces. So this could be a deconstructed version of it where, if we did break up the chicken and mix everything together, I think the flavors would come together more better. So I'm not sure if it's deconstructed or not, but
All right,
the sauce does bring it together.
I got to add something too. You said yours was a little overcooked. Mine's like undercooked.
The chicken?
Yeah, like I still got a little pinkish and yeah.
Well, pink don't always
No,
get
I
undercooked.
know, but mine was more. I did feel like it was juicy. It just wasn't flavorful. Like I don't know if like how they cooked it for real. Like if you did each one individually. So if yours came out more than I got, you know what I'm saying? Because you got a time frame. So maybe they didn't get to the chicken.
Well, let's taste the chicken again.
I was just looking
Like when he said it at first, I was like, let me try mine again. I was like, well, nah, mine ain't dry or like not overcooked, but like feel like maybe it could have been a time thing.
Might have
Back
been a time.
there.
I mean, they are on a time limit, so maybe the time got to them. We never know. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get these plates removed, and we'll get Chef B's dish out and see how they compare. All right. Chef B also gave us a curry chicken. This one was a Jamaican-inspired curry chicken with a rice and cabbage as well on the side. If y'all don't mind, go ahead and dig it in and find out who had a better curry chicken. So, interesting for the protein challenge. Both were given chicken and both decided to go with curry chicken. So, just one's Indian inspired and one's Jamaican inspired. So, just wrapped up. Second cook. How did the protein challenge go for you?
It went great.
All right. Anything give you any trouble while you were cooking today?
No, just the timing and the meat not being as tender, I think, as it should be.
All right. How you feel going into the judges' scoring?
I feel excellent.
Presentation-wise, Kill Hungry, how were you feeling on this dish?
Okay, so there's a two-part way I'm looking at it. I do appreciate it does look pretty. It does have nice colors, and the rice is placed nicely. The cabbage is laid out nicely. But if we're talking about a curry chicken, especially if it's Jamaican inspired, it cannot be that dry. That is extreme. There's no sauce on the plate.
Okay.
So, and that's for presentation purposes.
Presentation. Okay, I got you. Kyle, taste-wise on this dish, how you feeling?
Taste-wise, I'm not really that impressed with the taste-wise. But like I said, it looked good when I saw it. I just wasn't. The sauce wasn't there with the Jamaican, and the rice was like gummy, so it was like overcooked. And I felt like you didn't have. I got kind of like the Jamaican taste in the vegetables, those carrots. I got it there.
Yeah.
But I felt like there's just way too much cabbage for the plate anyways. So then it was just the cabbage overpowered and took away the flavor that I was looking for.
Okay. So along the lines, what would you have changed on this dish?
the sauce. Like you needed more sauce, less cabbage.
More sauce, less cabbage. I feel like all three are in agreement on more sauce and less. Well,
It just was it was bland. I don't know. I kind of feel like both of them were kind of
Like
needed more flavor to them, especially
Speak
with
up,
the
go for
Yeah.
you know, with the names for the ingredients that were, or just even the names of the dishes that are supposed to be standing out. Like the last dish, I didn't feel like I tasted much coconut or either much curry, and this one as well too. It's just very bland, especially the cabbage. I love cabbage. I love flavorful cabbage, so I didn't get much of a taste of anything. And then the chicken, with the chicken being dried out too, that probably has an effect on the flavor of the chicken as well.
I would say I'm a bit disappointed in this plate. Just the lack of flavor in the chicken. The rice was a little overcooked. And the cabbage lacked some flavor as well.
So what was the best part of the plate? That you don't have to eat it anymore? I mean,
The vegetables.
I would
As,
say
as
the
shown,
cabbage was the best.
vegetables had the strongest curry flavor.
You just
throughout
didn't
the
have a
whole plate.
lot of them. And then, like, now that I really think about it, it's like your last dish was mad colorful.
yeah,
Like, you was the pasta, right?
yeah.
So you had mad color in that one. This one, like she said, is just mighty, like, sun vibes. And you got the green onions and the carrots, so you got the orange. I needed more vegetables. Could have
right.
used some more green peppers or did something else with the curry flavor to just make it more.
I don't face
I really feel like I when the plate came out, my eyes was like, oh yeah. And then it just, you let me down, boss.
You get a curry plate, whether it's from an Indian restaurant or a Jamaican restaurant. I mean, color isn't always a major factor because essentially it's the protein
You're right.
smothered with the curry sauce over a rice of some sort, right?
Right.
However, you know, it minus the lack of sauce on the chicken, it did look somewhat appealing, right? It looked like it would be a decent plate. But just as I said, to call it Jamaican style curry chicken, it's lacking spice and it's lacking a good bit of sauce.
All right.
So
All right. I'm gonna let y'all take your times, tally up your scores, and we'll come up with a final score on these two dishes. Creativity of the two dishes, Kyle. How'd you rate them?
Creativity, I gave Chef A got a 9, Chef B got an 8.
Okay. Presentation.
Me?
Yeah, keep
Presentation, both of them got a 9 for me. I like the plating of both dishes. Now, yeah, there was a little critiques and all, but like I like where they went with their art.
All right, and then taste on the last two.
Taste on the last two, I gave Chef A a 16 out of 20, and I gave Chef B a 14 out of 20.
Jody, taste on these two dishes. Where you going?
All right, so I gave my honest review. So for plate A, I gave them a 14 out of 20.
Okay.
And then for plate B, I gave them a 10 out of 20.
Lowest score we've had so far in this contest.
You know,
Why?
you asked me to be honest. I'm just giving my opinion.
Now we want you to
like
give
I
it.
said, I think both of them could have used more flavor. I think both of them were a little kind of on the bland side. Plate B more than A, but both of them equally could have used more seasoning.
Okay. Creativity on these two dishes?
Creativity wise, I gave A a 8, and I gave Chef B a 7.
And presentation?
Then as far as presentation, I gave them Chef A a 8, and I gave Chef B a 7. And like I said, it's nothing against Chef B. It's just, I just
Except for the score. Score is
Yeah,
definitely score is definitely not in their favor right now.
presentation wise and creativity wise, it just looked a little on the dry side when it came out.
All right, so that'll wrap up the scoring. We're going to go in the back, tally up the results, and we'll come back with both chefs, and we'll see who was the winner of this round of Chef of the City and who's advancing past the quarterfinals and who we will see in the semifinals. All right, we'll be right back. All right, it's time for the moment of truth. I'm here with our two quarterfinalists. We have Chef A to the left of me, Chef Nia, and Chef B, Chef Nate to the right of me. Today, Nia prepared for us a pork schnitzel and our first signature entree, and then after that, a brick chicken curry. And Nate prepared today for us a Cajun shrimp alfredo, and then a Jamaican chicken curry as well. So both chefs did a chicken curry dish for us. Close contest in the first round. It was 2-1. Two of our judges had one of the entrees winning, and one had the other. But in a close total, 101-98, Chef Nia slightly won round one. So going into the finale, she had a slight lead. But right now, I'm gonna take a bite out of the dish that won overall. So, what dish you think I should choose? Where you think I'm going? Where you think I'm going here? Should I to the left? To the left? I will go to the left, like little Beyonce on us, to the left.
All right.
So this was our winning dish. This was our winning dish. Congratulations to Chef Nia. If I can get a bite of this brick chicken, you are today's winner. So let me get all of it in here. If I'm gonna eat it on camera, I might as well eat it, right? Chef Nia defeated Chef Nate today by a score of 197-171. How did you enjoy your time on being on Chef of the City?
Hey, I'm great. It was gracious to be here and have y'all having me here for the Chef of the City first time. Hey, I still feel wonderful. Thank you for the opportunity for being out here.
So you won, you advanced to the next round. What do you have to say to the people?
Oh, not gonna be happy? I told y'all. No, just kidding. We knew this. No. But I'm very excited and I'm so ready for whoever's next. Good luck to them.
Delicious, delicious. Join us in the semifinal where you will see Chef Nia compete. Tune in to see who she will be going against. And thank you to Chef Nate for giving us a great close competition. But congratulations to Chef Nia.
You.
And we'll be seeing more of her. Wait, I'm tasting a little of that curry now. Tune in next week to Chef of the City for another quarterfinal round and see who will face Chef Nia in the semifinal.